shower clouds through, but if you find yourself underneath this line of showers extending just into North London, well, you could see shower after shower after shower today. So there will be some places across the south that have some pretty unlucky weather, if you like. Temperatures around 13 or 14 degrees, the winds up to 40 or even 50 mile an hour in gusts across the southwest. Overnight tonight, the low pressure slowly pulls away into the North Sea, but it stays quite breezy overnight, and there'll be patches of cloud around further showers and temperatures staying above freezing, 4 to 9 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, the low pressure is still close enough to influence our weather. However, there's a little ridge of high pressure building into Wales and the southwest later in the day. So showers initially quite widespread. I think some of the heaviest ones into the afternoon will be across Northern Ireland, Northern England, the Midlands and into East Anglia, whereas across southern Wales and southwest England it should be a drier end to the day with more in the way of sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures still on the mild side, but then for the second half of the weekend we start to get some cooler air arriving from the north, and with that showers will start to turn wintry across Scotland in particular. Further south across England and Wales, another cloudy day with some fairly prolonged outbreaks of rain for some. The showers could bring some snowfall across some of the highest hills in northern Scotland. It will feel cooler here, temperatures down into single figures, and even further south temperatures down on what we've seen over recent days. A quick reminder, this weekend the clocks change, but the weather doesn't. There's loads more rain next week as well.
Hello, this is BBC News. I'm Lewis Vaughan Jones. Our top stories. King Charles's state visit to France is postponed due to widespread protests against President Emmanuel Macron's retirement reforms. The price of dissent in Russia, how a child's drawing sparked a police investigation, a criminal case, and a family torn apart. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu meets with UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak in London amid huge demonstrations in Israel over his government's plans to limit the power of courts. China responds to the controversy around social media app TikTok, saying it's never asked any company to hand over data in foreign countries. Hello and welcome to the programme. We're going to start with that news that broke in the last few hours. The state visit of King Charles to France has been postponed. The French and British governments took the decision after a phone call between President Emmanuel Macron and the King. This is all after those protests, widespread protests in France over pension reforms. The Interior Ministry in France says more than 450 protesters have been arrested, 440 members of the security forces injured. More than 1 million people, it's claimed, took to the streets on Thursday to protest against the retirement age being raised from 62 up to 64. Let's take a listen now to some of what Mr Macron said about postponing the visit.